Do you know about the Violence Against Persons Prohibition Act of 2015, popularly known as the VAP Act? The Act prohibits all forms of violence against persons, including rape and sexual and gender-based violence, and provides maximum protection and effective remedies for victims and punishment of offenders. The VAP Act, which is Nigeria's most revolutionary gender-responsive law, prohibits, amongst others, incest, indecent exposure, female genital mutilation, forceful ejection from home, economic abuse, harassment, forced isolation or separation from friends and family, emotional and verbal abuse, intimidation, spousal battery, attack with harmful substances like chemicals, date rape, abandonment of spouse, children, and dependents without sustenance, stalking, harmful widowhood, and traditional practices. The Act punishes perpetrators of violence with imprisonment for up to 10 years, fines of up to 500,000 naira or both, and only the High Court in Abuja has the power to hear and grant any application under the VAP Act. For the VAP Act to apply at the state level, the State House of Assembly must have passed the Act into law. The governor must have signed the law and the law gazetted. If your state does not have a VAP law, call your governor and legislators to adopt the VAP Act. A person can apply for a protection order before the court following a complaint of violence, and if the court is satisfied with the evidence, it will issue an interim protection order against the perpetrator. The protection order, when granted, is effective throughout Nigeria. The VAP Act also provides that every victim of violence is entitled to receive comprehensive medical, psychological, social, and legal assistance through either governmental or non-governmental agencies providing such assistance. These services are currently being provided by Sexual Assault Referral Centers, SARC. There are currently 32 SARCs in 18 states and the FCT that provide free medical, counseling, and support services to survivors of sexual violence. The VAP Act further provides for the establishment of a register for convicted sex offenders and a service provider register, which is accessible to the public via www.nsod.naptip.gov.ng. The National Agency for Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP, maintains the register. The VAP Act mandates NAPTIP to administer the provisions of the Act and collaborate with relevant stakeholders. No one should suffer violence in any form. To report any form of sexual and gender-based violence, reach out to NAPTIP through the following channels: short code 627, toll-free number 0800, call NAPTIP, email info@naptip.gov.ng.